Welcome back to CAISTROLOGY, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Cailin, and today I'm going to be doing your March 2021 horoscope. I recommend watching the horoscope for your ascendant sign first and foremost, because it will be the most overall accurate horoscope for you, but of course feel free to watch for your sun and moon horoscopes as well. I've just posted my tarot predictions for March 2021, so I'll leave a link in the description box below. That is a pick a card tarot reading. If you're interested in seeing my monthly horoscopes or my monthly tarot readings, please subscribe to CAISTROLOGY, as those go up at the end of each month for the following month. And lastly, guys, I do private readings for astrology and tarot. These are via video call, so if you want to connect with me, I'll leave a link in the description box, but you can find that at caistrology.com. Without further ado, let's dive straight into the March horoscopes. Hi Leo, Sun, Moon and Risings. Welcome to your March 2021 horoscope. The month starts off with Mars entering the sign of Gemini on the 4th of March, where it will remain for 7 weeks. With Mars transiting your 7th house in Gemini, you will have a lot of energy and effort to put towards any kind of long-term goals, dreams, and projects that you are working on. Some of you may be involved with working on projects connected to large numbers of people. Could be projects connected to any kind of interconnected system. That could be IT as an example, or even marketplaces, such as the stock market, or any kind of large network that you are a part of or working on. This could be something which has a lot of issues crop up that you need to take care of, or perhaps you're just implementing some kind of new strategy towards these areas and they just need a lot of attention. With Mars in your 7th house, you may experience a little bit of discord with your older siblings, if you have any, or even friends as well. And this is likely to be pertaining to differing political ideologies and just your beliefs as a whole, okay? So with Mars being an antagonistic planet, you may either receive some kind of criticism from friends, or you could be the one dishing it out. Now, with Mars in your 7th house, you may be involved in some kind of political movement or demonstration, or you could just simply be really focused on your social economic goals, and it could be some kind of project or some kind of event that you're working with or on, and this could be benefiting large groups of people as well. Now, on the 7th of March, we will finally be out of our post-shadow period for the Mars retrograde that we had in the sign of Aquarius. So with this Mercury retrograde, which occurred in your 7th house of relationships and partnerships, now at the other end of it, coming out the other side, you will have reevaluated all of your friendships, your one-on-one relationships. If you're in a marriage or in a long-term partnership, this could have been a time where you had some really serious discussions with your significant other about the nature of your relationship, anything that you were unhappy with, or even anything that they were unhappy with. And some of you may have chosen to end your relationship over that period of time that we had it's essentially almost all of February, or even the early days of March. You may have said goodbye to a relationship, or it could have come from your partner. On a different level, you may have received closure with a former partner or spouse, or even a business partner. It might have been a one-on-one friendship as well. And if you were estranged from your former partner, if you were estranged from your second born child, you might have actually decided to, approach this relationship from a different perspective, and maybe you're giving things a second shot, okay? Mercury retrograde in the 7th house can definitely see relationships being revived and people coming out of the woodwork who were involved in our life. Now, on a different level, this retrograde period may have seen some of you renewing your vows. You may have been restructuring a business partnership that you're involved with, or perhaps you've just introduced a new sense of balance into your relationships. You know, whether it was a period of time which saw things being quite rocky and destabilizing, or whether it was something which brought a lot of clarification and closure into these relationships, Mercury retrogrades always serve the purpose of giving us a fresh new perspective and allowing us to see things from a totally different viewpoint. Now, on the 13th of March, there will be a new moon in Pisces at 23 degrees, and this is in your 8th house. Now, this new moon will also be in a tight conjunction with both Venus and Neptune. Anytime that we have a new beginning, it always indicates, a new moon, I should say, it always indicates some kind of new beginning. Now, because the sun is the planet that rules you, Leo, these new moons as well as full moons will have a significant impact on you in one way or another. Now, with this new moon, this will be affecting your life in terms of your emotional security and your intimacy with your significant other or with your spouse. And it could be impacting you in a psychological or a spiritual way. Now, something to bear in mind is that this tight conjunction with Venus and Neptune means that we need to look at what Venus is doing in your chart as well. And for you, Leo, Venus rules your 3rd house and it also rules your 10th house. The 3rd house being Libra in your chart and the 10th house being Taurus. Now, Neptune will indicate that some kind of sacrifice needs to be made. So the way that this can play out for you is that with regard to this new sense of emotional security for you, you may have a new way of thinking, okay? And this is born from Venus ruling your 3rd house, which rules your mentality. Perhaps you had to get couples counseling together. Maybe one of you wasn't too happy about this, but they made the sacrifice to appease the other partner. And now this has had a positive impact on your relationship. Now, if this new moon is going to indicate a new beginning with regard to psychological matters or spiritual matters, you may have a new mentality, once again being born from the 3rd house, and this could benefit your career, okay? So maybe you've done a course in psychology, maybe you've done a course in tarot or astrology, and you've learned something new and now you're going to use this in your career, or perhaps this is going to impact the way that you present yourself to the public. You know, the 10th house represents your public image. On a different level, you know, with Neptune representing the sacrificial element, if you are studying psychology or tarot or astrology or any of these areas, you know, this is an act of service which you are performing towards other people. Now, on a different level, this new moon in Pisces could see a change to your mutual resources, okay? So it could be impacting alimony or child support, or perhaps you had a promotion in your career and now you, as a result of you earning more money, you have to pay more child support or alimony to your former partner. Something that I just want to mention is that with this new beginning that's starting in your life, you're planting the seeds for this over the next 4 weeks, and then you will see the culmination of this take place in 6 months' time when we have the full moon in Pisces, or it could even be in 18 months' time when we have the full moon in Pisces next year. On a different level, you could see some kind of inheritance come your way, or some of you may be undergoing surgery, and this may require you to take time off of work, or it could impact your business dealings and your daily plans, and obviously it could impact your short-term travel plans and your ability to drive a vehicle. Now, on the 16th of March, Mercury will enter the sign of Pisces, and again, this will be in your 8th house. So this means that you'll be thinking a lot about or having a lot of discussions about your mutual resources with your partner, with your spouse, or with your business partner. You could be having a lot of discussions about intimacy with your significant other. You could be seeing a psychologist at this time, or you could be getting more involved with any kind of spiritual practice, whether that's meditation, seeing a numerologist, having a tarot reading, all of those kinds of things which are connected to not just spirituality, but occultism as well. Now, on a different level, you could be considering undergoing some kind of surgery, and you may be having the initial appointments with doctors and surgeons and specialists that you need to undergo, doing your due diligence before you make any decisions. Now, on the 20th of March, the sun will enter Aries, and this will be in your 9th house. So this means that Aries season is commencing with the sun here and Venus entering Aries just 2 days later on the 22nd of March. It's a good time to publish something, okay? If you've been working on a book or a novel or some kind of, written piece, this is a great time for visibility with, getting book deals or just having your work received well by the public, because the sun represents you, Leo. It is your ruling planet. This is a great time for any kind of business deals related to import and export. All of that stuff can go well. You'll be focused on your world beliefs. You'll be focused on your beliefs surrounding religion and spirituality or atheism, your beliefs in general, or, it could be political, it could be with regard to marriage. All of these things are, things that you're not just thinking about, but you could be taking active steps towards. On a different level, the 9th house rules travel and it rules education, whether that's you studying for higher education or you being a teacher, or even the law is connected to the 9th house as well. All of these areas are subject to you implementing some kind of plans and starting some kind of fresh new initiative. And the 9th house is a house connected to Dharma and good fortune. And again, with the sun being you, this is a really positive and fortunate time. It's actually quite a lucky time for you, Leo. So, if you're feeling a renewed sense of optimism and hope for your future and your long-term goals and your vision and your dreams, take advantage of this 9th house energy of this 4-week period of time with Venus here. You will definitely be enjoying these matters which I've just mentioned. Now, on the 27th of March, there will be a full moon in Libra, and this is at 8 degrees and it is in your 3rd house. As I said before, full moons and new moons do impact you, Leo, more than other signs, probably equal to Cancer, given that, Cancer is ruled by the moon, but nonetheless, with the full moon in Libra in your 3rd house, full moons indicate the end of a chapter or a cycle in your life. And the 3rd house is related to business colleagues, team projects, any kind of, communication piece or writing that you're doing or short course that you're undertaking. And it also rules your siblings as well. Now, with this this full moon trining Mars in Gemini in your 11th house, and then also trining Saturn and Jupiter in your 7th house, I really see this as being quite a liberating full moon experience for you in a very harmonious and beneficial way. So on one level, you could be ending a relationship with business associates or with certain colleagues or clients that you have in your business. And this is on good terms. It's an amicable ending. This project or contract that you had with them is actually coming to a natural close, or you're going your separate ways, but you're leaving on really good terms because, again, it's trining your 7th house, which is your one-on-one relationships with others. And that's also a business house, as is the 3rd house. And with the trine to Mars in Gemini in your 11th house. The 11th house is our other business house connected to wider networks and our friendship circles. So, if things are drawing to a close, Don't feel like this is the end. This just, was the end of a cycle or a pattern, and it doesn't mean that you'll never see these people again or never connect with these friends or these clients. The project itself has come to a natural end. Now, on another level, if you had issues with siblings, in particular with younger siblings, this can be something which is resolved, okay? You're seeing things from their perspective, and they're also seeing things from your perspective as well. So, if there's been a long-standing issue with this sibling, just know that around this time, the end of the month, and even till the end of April, you can reach a positive conclusion with your sibling, and it doesn't mean that it's going to be the end of your relationship. Now, lastly, with this full moon in Libra, this can indicate a big win in your own business or even in any business dealings that you have. Especially if it's related to marketing, sales, or communication, because this trine to your 11th house is connected to rewards, recognition, and revenue that you make from some kind of business dealing that you had, or any kind of collaboration that you had with another person. That's another way that this can play out, and you're seeing the fiscal benefit of this achievement. So Leo, that's all I have for you for the month of March 2021. If you enjoyed this reading, this horoscope, please give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe to CAISTROLOGY and enjoy March 2021, and I'll see you guys next month.